To be homeless is to be without a home and most likely living on the streets. According to endhomelessness.org, in January 2015, 564,708 people were homeless on any given night in the United States. Out of this number, 206,286 people were in families and 358,422 were individuals. Homelessness is a huge problem in the United States, and it is crucial that the government and all people in the United States do everything that they can to help homeless people get back on their feet. There are many homeless shelters and food banks in the United States. It is so important that people volunteer at these organizations because organizations need a lot of help to keep their doors open, and it is a good way to help out your community. I have volunteered at a couple homeless shelters and food shelters several times, and the things that I have been able to take away from them are truly priceless. Anyone would be able to see how important a warm meal is to homeless people at the shelter, and how thankful that they are. This is a hugely important cause to me because I have seen how one little thing that I have done, like volunteering at a shelter for a few hours, has totally changed someone else's day around, and you could even change their life. The homeless families and individuals must be scared, stressed out, and really lonely. And it's heartbreaking when I see people on the streets at night in the cold, and they have to endure the feeling of being alone every night until they can get back on their feet. If more people at shelters go out and pass out toiletries, blankets, and food to the homeless in their community, it may make people's days or even lives better than they thought they could be. In 2014, the United States population was 319 million people. Out of the 319 million people in the U.S., about 565,000 were homeless. With these statistics, it is shocking that more people do not help out the homeless population. If all citizens in the United States donate a few hours of their time to volunteer or donate some food, clothes, or blankets to the homeless population in their community, homeless people would most likely get on their feet much faster when they are given these resources. Also, it is vital for Americans to volunteer at these non-profit organizations and shelters, because if these shelters and organizations do not receive the help that they need, they will be shut down. This would be devastating to those that depend on the homeless shelters, because they would have no other resources to help them out, and they'd have no help, so they would most likely die or be in a lot of trouble throughout the rest of their lives because there's no help and they're not guaranteed any meals or shelter. In the United States, there are many stereotypes about homeless people. There are stereotypes on why homeless people are homeless, what they do, and the type of people that they are. It is important that the people realize that all homeless are people, and they have walked different roads to get where they are, and that most homeless people are good people, and they just have gotten a little unlucky. People should volunteer at homeless shelters and food banks because it could open their eyes on what they have not been seeing. For example, the first time I volunteered at a homeless shelter, I was 11. I had my own stereotypes of homeless people, and I was kind of scared of them because I was unaware of their situation. After my first time working in a homeless shelter, however, my perspective completely changed. I learned that homeless people are just normal people, just in different situations than I. I would say that this experience changed my life and it turned my perspective around, because I learned that although people aren't as lucky as you are, you can use your resources and your help to make them and help them. The 565,000 homeless people in the U.S. deserve so much more help than they receive from society today. I hope that more and more people learn and spread how important it is to keep some of your time and give it to the homeless population. If you could volunteer a little of your time to homeless shelters and food banks in your community, within a short period of time, you could be the change in a person's life. Be that change, and you could help someone turn their life around for the better.